Okay, it all comes down to this. Game 5, Worlds 2025. It is extremely early in the morning, and I've stayed up all night for this, and I don't know if it was worth it, but we're here. This is crazy.
Game 5 in this telecom war for
Game 5
between KT and T1 with their
Bro.
eyes set on the Summoners Cup. We have
That beautiful
with the series
Summoners
so
Cup.
far, but now comes Azael, the most important game of KT's career.
Here we go.
Absolutely. I mean, you can really say for a lot of these players, their entire life has built to this one
Like
moment.
they said,
There's so much
this
pressure
is either
on
going to
being
be
able
their best day
perform in
or
this
their
moment.
worst
This is
day
one
of their
those things
lives.
where you are going to be thinking about this as I said before, the best moment of your life or the worst moment of your life.
So
It all comes down to how you perform in this
so
next
much
game.
is riding on this moment.
Like what BDD said to Cuz, right? Where he was like, it's just one
To
more
come
match. That's
so
what it has
close
to be for
and
them. They have
lose,
to be
or
able
to-
shrug off the pressure
or
and
to
play
clutch
like
up and
it's
win.
Just one more match as we see their
One
friendship
more
going
match.
back all the way to
The next
2017,
30 minutes will
when they
decide
first started playing together.
their fates.
And the other person who's been here is Score. I don't know if that was necessarily the worst day of his life. Maybe it was the 2 HP Baron fiasco against Rocks Tigers. but
2
as the
HP
coach of this
Baron?
KT
Yo,
roster, I
that
think they
sounds
should also be
crazy.
looking to him, who was on the 2018 team.
2
He's
HP.
quoted this moment personally versus
that is
IG
so
would
low.
go on to win the cup, as where they left it all on the Rift and they didn't do enough, and that's what we saw that he tried to instill into this roster.
Yo, that opening
But again,
ceremony was
this
dope,
is when
though,
all the
for real.
floodlights are on, right? This is when you've had
Oh,
time
look
to
at that
think
little
about it,
smolder.
and you know it's only one game. Only the best survive that.
And if you want to look at some history, across the 9 full 5 games that these two organizations have had, it's 6 to T1 in game 5s and 3 to KT. The odds favor T1.
The odds favor
as has been
T1.
their history. But again,
Nah.
every time we have to mention that it is the magic of Worlds that we love to watch. And on this day, history will be made, whether it is the 3-peat for T1 or whether it is
All right,
KT
this is it.
who is able to upset
Let's get
the
hyped.
dominant giants.
And BDD,
Last
within our
game
featured matchup today
of
versus
Worlds
Faker, how could he not be?
of the
And we started off
season.
the show by talking about the eras from Faker, right? And we have
Bro,
heroes from
really?
the
We're
eras
gonna
versus
go over the eras? What?
Actual final, but the
What
two that are
the-
most important currently
A
are
record?
these two, Azael and Fetty. Why?
Yeah, I mean,
The
it's
Faker
the question
record?
of, is it that heartbreaking moment for Faker, being distraught?
What is
after
on that
having
record?
lost
Like,
the finals, he thought he
the
was going to be
comms
able to
of
take
the
down.
team
To me, this
for
defined
that
it because
year?
It showed how much of a competitor he is. Even though he had won so many world
Heartbreak.
championships, you still got this kind
It's
of
the
a
Faker
reaction from
albums.
him when he finally fell.
But the beauty of modern day Faker is that not only has he found a way to, I mean, people will argue that back in 2015, 2016, this was his prime. But this feels like T1's prime, the era
Yes.
of T1. And today we could witness him doing what he couldn't do in the past with these players, marking his mark on history once
Do
again.
you see it?
To make a basketball reference, this feels like the Golden State Warriors when they were like unstoppable for T1.
At the top of the mountain and just needing to
And
bring
I'm
it
not
home.
that in,
Faker
I'm
is
not
on the
into
other side.
basketball like that,
And
but
often when we talk about Faker, we're not
I'm
mentioning
tired,
all the
okay?
rest, but it's also so important for them, and they've done it 2 times before. But who hasn't, Azael?
Doran
Yeah.
has not done it. He is not a world champion. As I said at the start of the day,
Well,
I feel
he's
like
about
his
to be.
legacy is the most impacted out of anyone on T1 by
I feel like
far.
I've
He's
switched
one here who
sides
can
so
push
many
aside
times
all this
in the
narrative about
course
him
of
being
this
an international
series.
choker, about him not being able to rise to the moment. And if he loses, I think people are still going to be casting aspersions on just how good he has been.
Yeah, because he has been fantastic in this series. We talked about it in the Gragas game. We've talked about it in this series, how much of an impact that he has consistently tried
The
to
players
have.
are coming back.
I think he deserves such a massive
Oh
shout out
my
for his
God.
performance.
Imagine walking back on stage and seeing this Emily, KT, looking at the cup thinking it's now or never.
Yeah, as we see everyone walking back on stage,
This
both
is
teams look
it.
pretty relaxed. That's good, right? Good sign.
Bro.
But that man, Doran, I think
This has
encapsulates
gone on
what
way
has
longer than I
made
thought.
both
Like, it
of
started
these
at
teams
2.
has brought
It is
them
now
here, right? Because
6,
it's not
like
that they
6:30 for
haven't
me.
made
It's been like
mistakes.
4.5
Doran, I feel like,
hours.
has even made mistakes in this series, but then
I was
has
not expecting it to go
overcome
this
them.
long.
Fantastic plays.
I was like,
helping
okay,
bring
I can go to
this
sleep at
to
like
a game
5.
And I mean, we talk so much about
And
T1
now it's like,
rising to the
it's gonna be
occasion.
like
We
7.
also have to give that credit to KT
And I still have to
in
post
this
the video.
series because I think so many teams would fall apart
I'm
with
cooked.
the amount of pressure that has been put on them when things have gone wrong. But KT has consistently played towards their rain conditions, played confidently, even down 12K in a soul. You see BDD flashing over the wall on Cassio, looking for that moment. And they have not shied away.
What if
from
my
the
like
bright
what if my
lights
mic
of
wasn't
the
like
World
on
Finals.
this
I
whole
think we're gonna
time?
be in for an incredible game 5.
That would be
KT
crazy.
are the almost
What is
men
in that
of
book?
The LCK. They've almost had their dynasties. They've almost been the
I
best
wanna
team
know
in
what's in the
world,
coach's
but
book.
They've never been able to prove it. Today, they've demonstrated that they, at the very least, stand shoulder to shoulder with the greatest that we have in our esport, but they can do what KT have never been able to do before. And to do it against T1 would be incredible.
Would be
This is
incredible,
it.
and is also the most difficult task that can be laid upon your shoulders if you are KT. Not just for the fans that maybe have become a fan of them during this tournament because of what they've shown, but so many, like the one here next to me and the one I can see there, Lore, who have followed this team for so long, for so many years, for so many heartbreaks, for reverse sweeps. You can undo it all for all of those fans. But on the other side stands T1 and stands Faker. This isn't their first rodeo. They've done this a couple of times already. And in Game 5s, they know exactly what it takes to win that Summoners Cup. Will it be
That is a beautiful
with his
trophy,
first
though.
after a life of longing for the Summoners Cup? Or will it be Faker's 6th trophy? Back to you.
A damn good question, and it's important to remember that this World Final is unique. It is the first World Final with Fearless Draft. This might be the hardest Game 5 we've ever seen. There's never been a World Final with more emphasis on diverse champion pools, on mastery, on adaptability.
Right, you have to
cannot
know
fall
so
back on
many
meta
champions.
staples or comfort picks. This is where you have to
And
put
Faker,
everything
like,
on
all
the
of his
table
champs
as
get
we ready
banned.
for Game 5 pick and bans.
So it's
There's
like
also
he
where you
really
can
has to
maybe
know a
see
bunch of
teams
champs.
Take big gambles. We've seen teams try to throw off with KT picking blue side despite being in Game 5 of Fearless. Maybe this is the game where we leave open things like the Azir, which have basically been permanent.
Do not.
Well, I mean, I think KT should. They're on blue side.
You got too excited
wanted.
about Game 5 blind pick. No, certain things still have to be banned as we enter
We'll
picks and
see.
bans.
Game
Powered by
5
Omen,
blind pick.
Hyperx.
Let's
Draven
go.
Banned away, the Bard banned away, Azir, no surprise to follow. 40
Azir banned,
champions on the
Draven
board.
banned.
6 more in this first phase.
But I love
Orianna
the
banned.
discussion
We're not going to
topic
see
of
Orianna.
Fearless because
We
have
could still
a
see Ziggs.
owner, literally first timing champions on stage here.
That
asking their
was
coach,
crazy.
asking
Mundo.
Faker, no, what is the clear?
The Mundo
What
was
What
crazy.
do the abilities do on the champion? So Game 5 here, World Grand Finals, elimination obviously on the line.
How many
for
people are
each.
still
And
watching?
so often in domestic
Oh wow, it
leagues,
went
Game
up.
5 of Fearless has meant
It
scaling.
went down to like
Champions like
178,000. Now it's like almost 200,000 again. Because it's the last game.
Eliminated. A third ban targeted at BDD. He's not allowed to play a single
Yone
one of these champions.
banned.
What else does he have left
Horn
in?
banned.
Akali, Aurora, LeBlanc. Okay, Ziggs
Okay.
is flexible.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
flex pick, but
We do get to see
assume it's
Ziggs.
Most likely going to Duck Dom here. Makes me wonder whether we're going to see some Maokai 80 or Ivern 80 mid shenanigans here from
We
KT.
do.
Because normally,
Oh,
when
yeah,
I think
Maokai
about
with
these
Ziggs is,
BDDs,
like, broken.
Zoe has been one of his most iconic picks.
Their
Again,
ults
he
together is
almost
just, like,
dragged this
crazy.
team to a World Finals 4 years ago. Couldn't make it
We
then.
do get to
and
see
now
the
finds
Ziggs.
himself on
Ooh,
the precipice
and
of
Pantheon.
winning it all.
And pairing it with the Ziggs, the classic for
Both
them,
of the
sleepy
champs I
bomb
wanted to
bubble.
see.
Was that fun to play into as the Pantheon gonna get picked up here for owner? We're looking at things like
Pantheon
like Fury.
jungle is
Because I
so
do think
good.
if you go Ziggs, you need
It's like
to
you have
be
like an
threat.
extra TP,
Diana
like with the
could
ult.
be
Like
another.
the other team just has to be so
Yeah.
cautious.
I
A
mean,
telecom-
Galio.
Oh,
The Galio, of course.
Faker's
Galio. No.
Alongside the Pantheon.
Faker gets Galio.
Global map mobility, a single member of KT.
The crowd
If they find
going
themselves not up to
crazy
snuff, if they overstay for
for the
one
Galio.
wave, they will be dismantled by T1.
Nautilus.
Now, though, the option on the opposite side, KT taking their time. The Yorick, a powerful blind, dropped in prio a lot this tournament compared to his regional playoff dominance, but here in Game 5, it gives an angle for perfect.
Man, so many different
story about
champs
him.
that have been
Turrets
played.
tremble at the side of Ziggs and Yorick picked up together. And there is
There's
a
the
fade
Nautilus.
being put in Cuz and BDD, their champion pool, as most likely top and bot lane are secured. Cuz and BDD keep hitting what they'll be playing.
So he could do the Cho'Gath into the Yorick and chomp the Maiden, or they could drop Doran's pick if they don't feel that invested in that particular counter.
Heavy debate. Every choice could be the one that costs you. But here we go. Game 5 finals. It's the Camille for Doran.
The Camille Galio we were
Camille.
looking for in the previous game finds
Don't see
itself
her too often.
in game number 5. The crazy pick potential that T1 have drafted here.
And I can only imagine that Doc Dom is like, why did we have Kench for this moment? As the amount of dive that's going to be there, going to be a big issue. And again, I'm looking at Cuz, I'm looking at BDD, I'm looking towards things like Zoe, like Veigar, which is a classic pick. BDD has pulled out many a time.
Yeah,
Not
let's
in
see
recent times,
Veigar.
but there is a lot of short range on T1. They're
Veigar,
basically committed.
Veigar,
I wonder
Veigar.
if T1 want to go towards Jinx. That has been something
Ooh,
that in Game
Jinx?
5 Fearless
Okay, yeah,
we've seen.
Jinx.
It's the range.
It's
and
genius.
The ability to get excited, get stand away.
Despite the skepticism of Gumayusi's ability, KT will ban
Bro,
it
I
because they
actually don't
recognize
really
the
feel
potential for
tired.
that champion to wreak havoc with this incredible dive frontline.
Yeah, full dive comp makes sense
I am
here.
re-energized.
Now taking away
Maokai
Team
banned,
Cloud's
Skarner
jungle.
banned, Kaisa banned on the other
Looks like they shut it
side.
down.
If they still
And
wanted to take in the jungle,
finally,
it would be Sejuani. Kind
it will
of
be the
forcing
final
them in that
ban.
direction if they wanted it.
I'm still looking at that Neferi or Cuz on something that
Jhin.
can have early impact. Jhin actually going to be the pick away, or the ban rather, not the Jinx.
I think Jinx. They're gonna pick
T1
Jinx.
have had some incredible success on Jhin comps. This comp
Oh.
does really lean itself as, oh, MF! That's a gamble!
Gumayusi taking a back step.
That's a good
Just needs
pick.
to
I
lay down the
like
champion. It's not
I like
about
the
him on
T1
Jinx or
draft.
hyper carry. He's there to follow up on the Wombo.
I think
combo
they're
set
gonna
up by
do
his
it.
teammates.
Exactly. They have
The
a lot of
reverse.
CC to lock someone down for the bullet time. And you can transition them into mid-wave so that you can make use of your split push and your globals here as well. So Misfortune on the Bloodthirster
Ooh,
spike.
Sejuani.
Put her over towards mid, rotate those Camille and Galio side lane pressures out to the other sides, and there's the Sejuani.
And
As I mentioned.
Sejuani, one of Cuz, his all-time favorites. In 2023, KT, a team that had so much
Wait,
dominance.
Tristana?
I mean, I love it into Galio especially. So much dominance. And
Tristana
it was
mid?
Viego and it
Or is
wasn't
it Ziggs
Sejuani, it's
mid?
BDD. I want to highlight, Tristana's able to buffer away from the Camille taunt, or from the Galio
Must be
taunt.
Ziggs
You're able
mid
to also
then?
shoot Camille out. As, oh my god!
Okay.
The BDD Smolder, he's bringing it back!
Scaling
Oh,
seems
mid
to be the answer
Smolder?
for the side of KT in the face of countless dive options for T1. But this is a bold bet. T1, if they pull ahead like they did.
It's funny,
in Game
like, as soon as
4,
you see a
are
pro
set to take
pick
over the
something,
entire
like,
map
kind of
with this
unconventional,
composition,
you
carry
see
the
it,
final
like, the
counter
next
pick.
day in your
Champion
games.
pool we
Like,
know is deep.
watch, we're gonna see, like,
Need more
oh,
damage.
carry on Leona?
This dive comp. Grab the ultimate here, and the question is, yeah, Smolder could be a good lane into the Galio, but can
Yeah,
you
like, you see
survive
it in all your
later
games,
with
like, as soon as a
all of
pro
this
does it.
D1 dive looking for you? A game
Like, I
5
saw a Smolder
Baker
top, and then the
Galio.
next day I had, like, 3 Smolder
I
tops.
do really like it when, you know, there are two extremely clear game plans here. On one end, we have a comp that can split push, that can endlessly
What was that
wave
symbol
flare,
he was doing
and
with
it's
his
playing
hands?
for the big spikes on Ziggs and Smolder, the pressure coming from
It looked
Sejuani,
fire,
Yorick
but
from
I don't know what it
Nautilus
meant.
early. And then on the other end, it's a wombo combo comp. You're just pressing your buttons. Everyone
Bro,
goes in.
T1's comp
You
looks
layer
so
that
good.
MF ult on top. And any
T1's
problem
got
that
this.
you have will disappear in seconds.
T1's
Remember,
got
the
this.
performance also crucial.
Let's see the fist
Single
bump.
member on KT or T1
The
misstep.
final fist bump.
Despite the confidence we've earned in both these teams over T1's countless victories, over KT's performance in dire situations, they're underestimated.
And the
Every
rest is
single player
history.
needs to be on point in this Game 5, or either of these crafted game plans could fall apart in the blink of an eye.
It all comes down to one final game of League of Legends in 2025 here in Chengdu. BDD was asked in the interview after they upset Gen G, what would you tell future BDD 1 week from now? And I thought his answer was so eloquent. He said, just do what you normally do. And now he just has to do it for one more game.
All right.
Set up in the mid lane matchup.
Here we go.
Melee. So much
Final
time for
game
Smolder to
of the
scale for
season.
free.
A lot of it depends on if that
Jungle
Smolder
erupting
can come
here.
online
Final game.
and get fed and
Level one
get the
setup,
stacks.
keeping an eye out for any creative options, but both sides
Carrier
are
on the
drawing line
Leona.
scrimmage, respecting each other's sides of the jungle. Neither side wants to be the team to give up a first blood or offer
Nah,
any
I
early
swear
mistakes
if-
to the opposition.
If they get first blood on Faker again,
I do
I'm
wanna
gonna be
highlight
like,
for
you're
KT
trash. Just
specifically
kidding.
The value of Mercs, looking at the CC that's available on T1, Taunts, Leona, even the owner's W.
Oh,
Definitely going to get good amount of value from that,
nice
as we do
bomb for
have
Ziggs.
a little bit of pressure being put out here by Doc Thomas. He makes his way down. No auto, but nothing too crazy here in the level 1.
And of course, for a lot of this series, it's been about bot priority.
No, look
and
at the
it's been
panda
about the
skin.
junglers. We take a look at how Cuz and
Bro,
Owner
the
performed.
Camille
Last game
top?
knocked out a masterclass from Owner, but
I
here
have-
we
I don't
for
think I've
Cuz.
ever seen that.
Sejuani, a proactive option for
Maybe
Owner.
a
We know
few
what he can do
times.
with those semi-globals. Eyes are on them to make these early game plays, even as we see the laning phase begin.
Can we add
Misfortune
Snipe
too,
to
another
that,
champ
list
that
of
I really
stats
like.
as well?
I don't know. I think one person might be a little bit
Come on,
more
get the
favored,
ricochet.
although credit to Cuz and the Mundo Cleaver steal as Perfect and Doran just trading blows.
Camille, one of those champions that I think has a really funny power curve. Where like level 1, level 2, level 3, you're feeling great. First base, not too bad, and then you're basically just praying until you hit your Triforce. As Carrier goes in.
Takes a tower
Ooh.
shot. Just trying to zone away, make the most of that level 2 power spike. Doc Dom and Peter waiting to catch the wave.
And BDD is going to be trying his best to both farm as many stacks as possible and keep this Galio lane locked. If Galio isn't able to make impact in sides, especially in the early game, it's going to make it a lot harder for T1 to find places. Oh, look at Owner. He's diverted his
Nope.
pathing. He's looking for
way
top.
Owner's
That's a
thinking
classic.
of it. Uh-oh.
Perfect.
Perfect's in
Needs to
trouble.
back up, level 3.
Oh, Perfect's cooked.
Getting lower and lower. Last right's offering a bit
Here
of healing.
comes
The tactical
stun.
sweep there from Doran to slow him down. Owner.
Oh, no.
But certain to make this one.
No!
First blood for T1. Doran's
T1
Camille
actually
takes
gets
it.
first blood this game.
Gank.
Is
from
it an
Owner.
omen?
The price you pay is usually counter jungle, and since Faker is getting pushed in, since the Smolder has priority, it does allow Cuz to exact that price.
back to the lane.
TP coming back
Luckily
from
for
Perfect.
Doran hasn't had a chance to spend that gold yet, so we'll still need to play with a little bit of respect.
And Perfect has had such an incredible tournament, but when the criticism towards him was the heaviest was when he fell behind early. It's been a big test for him to try and not fall deeper down the hole once it started. Many an LCK team in playoffs throughout the last 2 years have made that their goal, and this is his biggest test yet in the final game here at Worlds.
And it's a very worthwhile investment from
It's either your best
to
day
do
of
the
your
top
life or
side
you're the
free
worst
campaign
day.
gank, sacrifice his blue buff. Because if you look at the comps overall, getting
It
the
was the
Camille
best
ahead
day.
is essential for this team. For the ability to play your side lanes later, for the ability for Doran to dive in on his Camille, Hextech Ultimatum into Galio Ultimate lockdown.
Hashtag
Possibilities
blast.
here are critical for T1 and Owner. Back on the warpath.
Uh-oh.
Owner recognizes what
Owner.
he needs to do. It's snowball. Backstep good from BDD. Faker
Ooh.
tried to go for the angle, the flash, the Justice Punch, hoping it would carry him back just far enough to instantly connect the knockup.
A swing and a miss.
Dude, Owner on
Faker
Pantheon
now
is
go for
scary.
the reverse punch. The time to respond is the shortest, but BDD doesn't even have to use flash himself, just walks it off, and this means that Faker is now in an even deeper hole because BDD actually having so much threat here in mid.
Yeah, it's a critical breakpoint because Galio lane does really revolve around, do I have jungle pressure to put threat behind?
Faker
when I move
actually
up in lane and
getting
try and help
pretty
you? And now
behind
you don't have that
in
pressure
mid.
at all.
Uh-oh.
Forward, sidestep.
Oh, hold on.
Faker.
Oh!
BDD one more auto.
Oh, trade.
But BDD, no hesitation, must
Yo.
have known that was going to kill him.
I thought Faker was
Doran's
gonna
on
get the
map,
kill
Doran
only.
locked down with the
I
Pandas.
did not
Cuz
think
on the way
Faker
up.
was gonna die for a second.
Oh,
Not
just
connect
barely.
with the flail. Doran barely able to walk away.
They didn't want to use the flash,
Oh
knowing
my
that Doran's still
goodness.
at his But we are
cannot
getting
take this, bro.
explosive here. No slow early game.
Cannot
in this
take
game
this pure
5.
cinema.
BDD, he goes for that dive. You know, he does invest his flash, so that is something critical to look at. Owner is back.
Oh, Owner's coming back. Use the speed. Oh, he's cooked again. Oh. Oh. Owner again with the gank top.
So that Doran can then also close the
Nah.
distance, into melee range, and
That's
save
huge.
the hook shot for the answer flash from Perfect, securing the kill.
That's
And this
huge.
is something that, again, we've
Dude,
seen.
is it just going to be a
KT
commanding
struggle with. We've
victory?
seen Perfect struggle with Yorick.
Going
Just
for
goes
the
goal,
dragon.
and his team at least will be able
See
to
if they
find
contest.
on the cross map the ability to get this dragon, but he needs to stem the bleeding, because if Doran gets out of control, this game becomes nigh unplayable for KT.
That it does, especially for BDD, the strongest point on the team currently. Even
Hey,
if we
that was
see
a clean
goal leads
angle.
Get bigger for Owner, and Doran cannot let the Camille start to take over.
Uh-oh.
Perfect needs to stem the
Carrier
lead.
hiding.
Highlighted it so well. It's one of the few things that we haven't seen
Oh.
at this tournament is now the hookshot wall dive is there. Doc Dom flashing
Ooh.
away, but Owner's on the way as well. Ulti there. That's the Hextech ultimatum. Doc Dom likely
Oh,
to escape.
now
It
onto
looks
the
like Doran
Nautilus.
will be sacrificed in return. The
Oh,
hookshot,
nice hook.
making it
Oh.
play back to the top. What about
Oh.
Kai's life? It's a 1-for-1. No.
Oh!
Flicking out.
Carrier
walks
gets
away.
away.
Out of the lane
Dude.
swap, T1 find the
Don't
trailing
tell
play
me
here.
T1 is
Knocked
gonna
up,
do
and
it
Peter
like
could not
this.
fully push the wave in, and so T1 pounced.
Don't tell me
And
right
that's
now.
the
Oh! Oh! No!
He snipes him, and that salvages the play.
That's insane. How did he? He didn't have vision.
On the zig,
Dude, he just
finds
guessed
the
that he
play
was
to
there
salvage
and
it for
barely
KT
hit him.
in the final game. As T1 were building a gold lead,
This is
he
crazy.
chops it back down a little bit.
And it's again the power of Pantheon, Leona, Camille. If you're slightly too far up in the lane, you will just get 100 to 0.
Area. Base ball is out. Owner waiting
Oh,
off to the
Carrier.
side. Cuz level 6.
About to make a play.
Critically, Spike comes through. Cuz immediately going to retreat. Red buff steal, a nice little advantage for the side of KT.
And they have to be careful there because there is obviously the possibility of Faker going for an ultimate there, so he can't really commit to the fight. BDD can damage him, but he cannot stop that ult. Doesn't have the tools available. And we do see the gold lead for Doran still there. Gold lead for Owner as well, and the resilience of KT. As we have seen these early games swing in the last 2 games. First couple of games it was in their favor. This time around it's T1.
Yeah, Owner has been on a mission, creating so much with this Pantheon. Cuz, though, has level 6 on the Sejuani, so the possibilities of your plays become that much greater. He starts out the grubs with the confidence. BDD
Uh-oh. But should he
does
have the
Guardian
confidence?
mid, and it's just
Okay,
gonna
they
be
got
the
one
for
grab.
now.
KT have to be so respectful of the sheer quantity of CC on the side of T1. Also, all of their burst damage so heavily telegraphed makes it very easy for Doran with the ultimate, for Owner with the Aegis Assault, to just mitigate all of that burst and turn a fight right back around.
There's no mercs yet for KT. What I do love is that often in a Game 5 in Fearless, we end up with comps that don't have engaged. This is kind of the opposite. Both teams have amazing hard engage. We have Nautilus on one side, with Sejuani to back it up. Then the Camille Galio,
Faker.
Leona
Oh,
combo.
Gallia or
Moving
Faker
down,
going
that's
down
the
river.
combo,
Oh,
locks him in the ultimatum,
Hero's entrance.
finds the damage, the
Oh
taunt
my
is there,
goodness,
and Doran
dude.
takes another.
Baker Galio
2
in
kills to
Game
5.
World Finals here does make the move for the
T1 is looking
guaranteed
clean.
play. These 2 ultimates, when they are available, you know T1 can look for it. It does allow, of course, the push in. You see the mini map, BDD shoved in the wave, but they're not going to get much out of it.
It's just
The
not gonna
mid
compare,
lane
right? Look at
gank.
perfect state. I wouldn't be surprised if Doran with that is going to be at
Oh
least
God,
close
it's getting
to his
light
Triforce.
outside.
Sitting on a 1K gold
The
lead,
sun
and
is
that
coming
such
up.
an insane spike, particularly when you're playing in like a Triforce.
almost
versus
7
Triforce
a.m.
matchup, right? Doesn't quite have it yet.
Nah.
Perfect.
It's worth
needs
it,
to
though.
find a way
The
to make an
series
impact
is
because he
insane.
currently just fodder for T1.
That he
My
is.
eyes
Luckily for him, the
starting to
Trinity Force
twitch
completion does
because
not come
I'm
through for
tired.
Doran, because very
My
rapidly,
eye
Doran
starts
is gonna be a
twitching.
problem, not just for Perfect in the isolated 1v1, but for BDD,
Perfect,
for
perfect,
Doc Dom,
perfect.
as we get ready for these bigger fights, and that is really going to be the break point that KT are terrified of.
Yeah, the game looks so hard to play for those KT carries that you mentioned.
1.1k
So
gold
many
lead
forms of
already
dive
for
from
T1.
Will be looking to take them out.
And it's the entirety of T1 also playing, right? This isn't Perfect getting 1v1. It's one gank from Owner, two gank from Owner, gank from
I love when it
Faker as
zooms
well.
in on the
You
back.
see Perfect, this lane state just kind of disastrous. Not really going to be able to make anything happen there, and instead, just paths top. But that means that this gold lead is going to remain the way it is, and there it is for Doran. Triforce in the pocket, TP used.
Sundered Sky as well. 2 incredible power spikes for the coming objectives. 30 seconds until Chemtech Drake spawns. It won't be a soul of Mountain or Chemtech. Very likely to be critical for either team to deny this soul. And at this point, getting harder and harder for KT to find angles. They have to give up a little bit of space, but at least they have their first items completed. Heartsteel for Cuz, the Essence Reaver, the Luden's Companion.
Trinity Force for Doran, though. That is very painful. The Q2 is really going to hurt. Let's see if they can make a play, though.
Peter.
Away from the top lane is not that bad for KT.
Peter, ready to input buffer on the hook.
Look at Doran, though. He's moving down. If Doran comes, that's the over 1,000 gold lead coming over.
Shutdowns on Doran and Owner, just showing us where all of the money is for the side of T1. 1,000 individual gold lead over Perfect.
Uh-oh.
BDD zoning, poking while he can. Dodging
Oh,
the tactical sweep, but
Galio getting a flank
so
angle.
needs to be careful for at least a few more seconds.
Oh, he's going in for Ziggs.
Got the first one.
Oh, no, never
Got the
mind.
second one as T1 picks this one up. And the one-item spike for T1 is frankly disgusting. Also want to highlight, Faker is one of the few Galios that we've seen, at least in the SK, consistently do this. He just builds full damage, right? We've seen him both go for like a more hybrid build where you go for Zhonya's and remain utility, but he is not afraid to just full send it, and it does make the itemization harder, right? If he goes for tank, then you can stack a lot of armor, can make actually finding the angles onto this KT backline a little bit more tough, as it's Cloud Soul, which feels apt for a LCK final game 5. I don't think we've gotten one yet this series.
Doran again, finding these angles. The good news
Ooh,
for Perfect
Jesus
is
Christ,
Doran's
the Trinity
power
Force
in
just
1v1
goes
means he can
so
at least
hard on
survive
Camille.
a little bit here in what should be a very one-sided matchup, but obviously with Owner poking his head around on the top side of the map, he's still very
Chunking the
Yeah, you have
Yorick.
to be cognizant of this Pantheon ultimate at all times.
I'm
Thankfully for
saying the
KT, they
Pantheon
still have
ult
their
is
tower
so
spinning for
dangerous.
Now, but for how
I'm
much
sensing a
longer
dive.
will that be true? T1 make a pretty heavy
I'm
movement
sensing
into
a
the jungle.
dive,
Look at
maybe.
the river pings. Nobody actually goes for the engage, though, and the crab will be secured by KT.
Yep, good shadow from Owner, looking for a potential angle of attack there on the top side, looking to put Perfect even further behind, but Doc Dom, of course, with access to that Mega Inferno Bomb, can immediately clear the wave and make that a lot more of a tricky proposition. T1 don't need to take any risks. They've got a gold lead, they've got a dive comp that's already accelerated.
And for Perfect, like you can't fix your wave. There's a Camille, you know there's a Leona nearby, and there's Pantheon with ult as well. So unless KT sends someone up, and Cuz
They
thus
can't do
far
shit.
hasn't found impact in this game, not a hard
KT
steel
can't do
stack to
shit.
be found. There is obviously the
With
promised land,
Pantheon
right, where KT is gonna
and
try get to
Leona
the point where
and
he has the
Galio,
stacks.
like,
Doc Dom is at his third item. And
Nah,
Yorick is
T1
one of those
for
champions
sure
that I
won
think
this
always
draft.
will get value if you get a little bit of time alone inside, but T1, I don't think they're gonna just let them get to that point. You're gonna have to fight tooth and nail.
And I foresee a future where the value of Yorick gets given over in gold to T1 if he's out there in the side lane.
How many people watching?
Very
Over
well
200?
just pick it
Ooh,
up.
219.
The real
219K.
interesting thing is gonna see when these side lane turrets do end up going down, if they can still remain safe then, if they can actually still play the map then. Because currently, we have
Not
plenty of
my
defenses
favorite
to work
skin
with,
for the
so we can
Ziggs.
continue to
I'm not a
run here,
fan of the pool
trading
party
bomb back and
Ziggs.
forth, and it's gonna be about
It's
engage.
okay, but
as you open up the
you know,
map,
not
that's
as
when the
cool as
true
ones.
plays begin.
Looking.
Cuz looking for the
Oh,
ultimate,
looking for the,
backstab, flashing away from Peter's hook.
Looking for the alt
Small
on the
advantage to the side of
Sejuani.
KT, but ultimately KT doing what they can with the Ziggs to hold control of the mid lane. Do not want to concede that priority as Carrier just continues to lay down vision for Doran on the top side.
BDD currently at 116 stacks. Want to get to that break point of 225 as soon as humanly possible. Currently looking to be slightly behind the curve.
Oh,
Doc Dom.
Oh.
Out and it's played.
oh,
Just out of
barely out of range of
Crucially.
MF's ult.
The cancel there as well. Peter has his buddies back.
Jesus, that
Gets
was
the ult
close.
on Takuma, but this might still be this Herald. Oh, perfect.
Doran on the way up. The Maiden summoned. Doran, though,
Oh.
he's got backup.
Oh,
on
they
the
got him.
win, locked once again in the ultimate of Doran. But perfect
Oh.
for a second, the Q2 coming
Dude.
through just in time. KT wants to
Perfect
punish
is getting
a little bit too
owned.
late.
Again, the York is just food for T1. Guma's got to get out of there, though. He has his strut, even though he doesn't have his flash.
The
He can
Smolder
walk
does have
away.
127
Again,
stacks,
it is just
so
hard
he
to play side lanes, even with
he
towers
is
there.
on par
T1 can
for
still force
getting
it
his
and still
stacks.
find
I
a
think it's
pick.
like
KT,
you're supposed to get
Constellation
225 by
Prime
like
will
25
be the
minutes,
Rift
I think.
Herald, though.
No one can really catch this
So,
wave, though.
yeah, he
They don't wanna
is,
use the
looking
Zigzag. It
like
looks BDD is gonna make his way
he
over
will
now.
reach that
Plus, you're losing bottom side power
with
there,
the rate
with
that he's
Galio
going.
just up at the turret. Faker pushing on that bottom side tower with the power.
Oh,
of
you're just
the
gonna
extra
take-
2 Void Grubs. A little bit of extra
I was
damage.
like, you're just gonna
Few
take
more
that
minions.
tower?
The saving grace for KT is that they have gotten a dragon. That is often what can be the decider between Smolder hitting the 225, which thus far, Split 3 in Worlds has been at 22 minutes, 34 seconds on average.
Yep, well ahead of schedule. BDD still comfortably farming despite kind of the struggles of the team overall. Will be a major concern as we get later. As powerful as Smolder is,
Okay, there it is.
not
225
really
stacks at
Smolder. Still
22
needs to be
minutes.
able to survive Doran's initial engage.
125
survive
at
Doran's initial
15
engage,
minutes
not get
and
caught in those
25
big
at
taunts or wombo
5
combos
minutes.
from Guma.
Yeah, the dream for this KT squad is to be able to poke with
So
your
let's see if he
Ziggs
hits
as well as
225 by
your Smolder
22
once you get to
minutes.
your rapid fire. But what counters poke?
Oh.
It is hard engage.
Owner.
Though,
Gets hit by the Nautilus.
Flash back into the blast cone, going to keep Owner standing, but likely means KT
Pretty much did nothing,
though.
though.
Secure the second objective here. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, it's push in favor of T1, and we talked about
Oh,
Ziggs
Jesus,
destroying
Doran.
towers, but Doran with this Trinity Force also will just eat through that objective. KT splitting their focus. Is it going to cost them? Faker,
Second drink is big.
access to the ulti.
Uh-oh,
T1
they're
might
going to
just be a little
contest.
late
Oh,
here.
they're going to be too
Cuz
late.
desperately needs to smite.
Ooh, too late.
Quite connect. Crucially, Dr. able to get out for a brief moment. BDD now trying to turn.
Oh,
and
Doran
fire back.
going
Faker
in.
is on the way. Ulti going in.
Uh-oh.
Doran is down.
Doran's
BDD still
down.
standing. The exhaust managing to take him a little bit lower, but Gumayushi sits on the back line completely
Uh-oh.
untouched. BDD finally able to start opening
Oh,
up his Owner.
that's
gets
a
one
kill
back
for
in return.
Owner.
Perfect
Uh-oh,
is
I think
here
he's gonna go
to
down,
keep
though.
his mid laner alive. And there you go. KT
Owner is
find an
down.
angle to keep it close.
That's 2 shutdowns for BDD! And they get the second dragon as well!
this dragon could get huge. The Rift goes down mid immediately. That was just after a 2-for-2 trade, and the dragon already went
Bruh,
to KT.
I just...
1.5k individual
No.
lead. KT do not want to stick around any longer.
And we want to highlight again, this is not the Smolder of old
Never
where you hit
mind,
your
bro.
stacks, that's it. You actually need your items. As we take another look, they attempted engage onto Dom. Doesn't quite pan out. Guma pulls the trigger too early. And look at that ult from Cuz. CC's the MF, and the damage isn't quite there.
And then, when the Galio ultimate finally does come in,
Oh,
BDD and
man,
Noctum,
KT
they kite
finding an
back here
angle.
by the red buff. It's just that Owner goes in, he sees the angle to stun up Noctum and go for another 1-for-1 trade.
Harold also dropped over the wall, I believe, just to give a safe
Shut down to
exit if needed.
Smolder.
KT, again, the gold lead was starting to feel insurmountable, but they brought it
All right,
closer.
KT keeping it
BDD,
close.
Unfortunately for him, the reality after that fight is as well as he played, there is now a target on his head.
KT
But,
keeping
yeah, I mean,
it
fortunately
close.
for him, now he's also going to be way richer. So there's a target on your head. There's a wanted poster up for you.
There's a bounty.
You are rich. 2 items.
100,000.
And that rapid fire is what we were looking for.
100,000 for your head.
Break point here for KT. They actually hit it fairly early. Being able to poke now with rapid fire, with the Ziggs, it
Bro,
puts
why do
even
I keep
more pressure
smelling
on
like
T1 to
Pepsi?
engage. Normally, the counter to poke damage is hard engage, but you can't
My
mess
mic
it
smells
up.
like Pepsi.
There's also Ziggs, who, as disengage goes, really are even able to, I think that's what Doctum tried to go for. You can interrupt the Pantheon like mid-jump, right? If you get the timing right. No defensive or no offensive satchels, I do hope, from Doctum, because both him and BDD are going to be prime targets. Perfect. Just going to have his try his best to just have an impact in any way he can. As we do see, KT desperately want to hold on. With Otacon spawning, you want to hold on to his bot lane turret.
Cuz.
Don't want to give that one up. And with the wave clear of BDD and Doctum, they should
Come
be
on
good
now,
to go.
Cuz.
Galio's roaming. Be careful. This is 2-item Camille, 2-item Doran.
Guma as well.
Come on, cut.
Tension builds on both sides. The Otacon, the crucial objective. T1 hold on to a 2.5 thousand gold lead, but an Otacon surely would push it over the top. TP into bottom lane from Dokdom. Has access to the ultimate. The flash is up for everybody on the side of KT except for Cuz.
Are they going to send it? I feel like you kind of have to with the teleport being invested from Dokdom there. We'll see if they actually do want to make a real commitment. Could get some summoners out of T1, but it doesn't look like they want to take the gamble.
Oh,
Perfect.
not
Also
going to
not
be
to be taunted
mid
up.
turret
Has to be careful. They
for
have so much
T1.
damage here. Doran, of course, just
Oh,
resets
wait.
the tower. Aggro, but he is locked down.
Oh, oh, Mega Inferno Bomb.
Touchable for every moment.
Oh.
T1 fumbles
Uh-oh.
the play in the mid lane, and Perfect redemption
Having to
as he
back off.
survives
Oh, the ult.
dive bomb called, but she will not connect.
Ooh.
The dark procession from Perfect. It got them so much, and now they're opening to get the tower, the extra gold as well. KT.
Uh-oh.
They're striking back.
And it keeps the gold lead within touching
KT.
distance. It further accelerates BDD.
Uh-oh, Keria, look out.
And this game 5 just keeps on delivering. Have to try their best.
This is
T1
insane.
does to maintain this momentum, but they're not even close
This is
to
insane.
a break point on the
This whole
Dragons.
series
Akuma is
is
just taking matters
cinema.
into his own hands.
Dokdom no ulti.
Ooh,
available,
Otacon?
Decent poke.
Oh, that's a
Corner
bold
Faker here.
Otacon.
Get this.
T1 making the fast play
I think
happen.
they could get it.
KT caught reeling too far behind on tempo. Doran might have fallen in the previous play, but he is still damn powerful.
Oh, they're not going to get there in time.
Dokdom here. T1
They're not gonna get
pushing
there.
them back. It'll take a miracle
Oh,
for them
no,
to get
Doran.
this one out. Owner, Peter coming
Oh.
in for lockup, but Owner manages to get the
Otacon's
objective.
just
The fight
dead.
coming out. Fire rained over the wall by Gumayushi, and down goes Peter. BDD
Oh.
finally arrived. That's the ulti coming in. In the
Sejuani
meantime,
getting
needs a little
caught.
space. Dokdom,
Oh.
BDD untouched, but the front line is falling.
Uh-oh.
BDD, CC,
Oh,
knocked
here
into the
comes-
sky, and right back into
Here
the
comes
frame.
Owner. Oh. Nah.
Triple kill for Guma and T1.
That might be
They
it.
take over.
Nah.
Very well be the nail in the coffin.
I think that is.
As Otacon goes the way
I
of
think
T1.
that's the nail in the
And AT overplay
coffin.
their hand, and the Dragon is going to follow suit.
What the? What
Ultimately,
is
you
happening?
look back at this. An excellent window of opportunity recognized by T1,
What
a
is
team notorious
happening?
for forcing early objectives. And it all falls apart for KT.
Nah.
The backline lives for far longer than expected, but T1
Holy.
are just more powerful.
They kite back.
Oh,
so
man,
effectively
that
and then
Pantheon
call for the
ult.
re-engage after they already have the advantage.
Ace.
Owner ulting behind to make sure there's
Triple
no
kill for the
escape
MF.
Dokdom.
That's
And
huge.
there, it's the call from KT.
Yep,
is to
MF,
try their
top
best
damage
and force
in
a
that fight.
Because the resistances for T1 are shredded, but Peter just overextends, right? Just walks to
Ooh,
his death.
Smolder
Then tries the
hasn't
hard force,
reached the
and
stacks
that
at 22
desperation
minutes.
Now feels apt.
No, that's the
KT,
nail in the
this is a
coffin.
almost 6K
That's
gold
the
deficit, and
3-peat, bro.
hit the 225 on BDD, but that alone is not going to be enough anymore.
That's
Good
the
stuff from Guma. It has to
3-peat.
be said, the Unara game was not good, but the bounce back here in this game 5, the bounce back in the Callista game to really take over. This man, again, unfazed by the pressure placed upon him. 3,000
Nah, this is just a
individual
normal
goals.
day
He
for
conceded
T1.
his pick early. He was willing to see the Ziggs on the
I don't even think
underside,
they feel
and
the
now
pressure.
MF that he picked so late in the draft is doing so much work.
There's a bottom side play at the moment. Cuz was kind of pinging and looking for a possible
is
play
crazy.
on the Faker, but Faker backs off.
This game
Has the sense
looking to
he's
be
not
wrapped
going
up
to become
pretty
a
soon.
liability. And
Sooner
it's
before
T1 who
later.
Start up the Otacon and try and draw KT into that fight.
That was
They
such
kite
a
back
fast
through the tide
Otacon
rush
play.
Very nicely.
They just didn't have the time
It's
to
in these
react.
moments, these big moments. Game 5, all the pressure on, the entire world watching. And
First
T1
ever
claim a
3-peat.
Huge advantage in the game, but it's not over yet.
Oh,
it's
man.
certainly not. No flash on Guma
That
after
blue
previous
buff
fight,
went
no
down
flash on
fast, too.
Faker. Doran has access to his as well as the Hextech ultimatum. BDD completing that third item. 4 stacks away from that crucial 225 threshold. Behind schedule now from the
Yeah,
tournament. Most
behind
impressive
schedule.
moments as he was delayed by T1.
Just 4 more
KT.
stacks, though.
The luxury is that they have dragons, so they don't need to be forced into a fight. The unfortunate reality, though, is that in 20
T1 also
seconds,
has dragons.
T1 is going to start Baron. We all know it is inevitable at this point, and Shadow Flame's done for Dokdom. Third item for BDD plus the breakpoint, but they're going to have to find a miracle fight to stay in this game, because if they lose, this one's over.
And the reason
Yeah.
to start that Baron is to draw KT out in the open.
Oh,
So they
no.
can actually find the engage onto BDD. The
One
hook there.
more-
He has no flash
one
on
more team
Smolder.
fight
He
can
may be
decide
the
it.
one with a gold lead. He may be the one with 3
I can't
items
look.
on KT, but T1 have so many weapons looking to kill.
I can't look.
Shoulder.
Feels so difficult now for KT. Feels like they're forced on the back foot.
They're
T1
forced to
don't
check out
overplay their
Baron.
hand. KT always forced to respond.
They do have vision on it though.
T1 in
They know
touching
they haven't
distance.
started it.
Once again, 2015, 2016, 2017, they were denying the three-peat from Faker. But now this lineup, with Doran subbing in this year, on the cusp of making history.
Uh-oh.
It's Doran again, who has been the center of attention in this crucial game on the Camille.
Faker's hiding in that brush.
5K individual
Oh, they're
lead,
starting the Baron.
7,000 gold for T1. The Baron started as expected.
Red Rover, Red
KT
Rover. Bring KT on
dire
over.
straits. Faker brings it back.
Oh no, this is gonna be it. Solar flare.
Is good. laying down a bit
Oh,
of he's gonna
Pantheon.
make the satchel up
He's
and an
going on
immediate
Ziggs. He's
fall.
dead.
Coming in from Owner. T1 don't even
Oh, he
need to
misses
get
the
there. They're
spear.
having to keep pushing
Oh,
forward.
no.
On the top side of the fight, they
This is
isolated
it.
BDD. He's continuing to fight. He wants to turn it back. He gets the kill. Doran,
Oh!
crucially,
No!
Faker falls. KT holds.
BDD, the heart of KT is alive. The smolder lives under the tower, but T1 are still pinging towards the objective.
There's no way with Smolder alive. I don't think you can get away with it. And yes, they get knocked
Oh
down.
my gosh.
But all that KT want to do is stall. Carry has engaged, doesn't hit the mark
I might have
immediately,
bit
and
off
Dr.
more than they
stalls
can
for a
chew
good
right
amount of
there.
time. Owner's able to take him down, but it's an overextension on the
It
flip
is.
side.
Yeah, T1 are just too split. They go under tower here. Doran can't just.
Yeah, that's so risky to go under tower like
KT
that
needed a
with
miracle.
their whole the whole
T1
rest
split
of the
their
team
focus,
there.
split their attention, and it cost them dearly. It is again all eyes on BDD because who else could it be? 3,000 individual gold lead has crossed the stack threshold. He is the threat
Yeah.
that T1 must reckon with in the fights to come.
It
even
has
with
to be
the massive lead they
BDD.
still hold.
And now he has Flash to play with. The ability to outplay. See if he can
And
do it.
I don't want to be disingenuous. It has not been the story of this Worlds, but it has been the story of this year for KT. This gold graph right here is something that any KT fan has watched throughout, and when all is on the line, it might have to be BDD that carries them over again. I'm looking at Doran, he doesn't have Flash, but if he can get a node onto BDD, that could be enough to win the game. KT could choose not to fight here, but it looks like they're going to do so anyway.
T1. They need to have focus this time around. Last
Oh,
fight, they
God,
went
bro.
for 2 angles at once, and they paid
Any
the
one of
price.
these fights could be
Flash
it.
coming in. T1
Oh.
entire topside missing Flash, that crucial cooldown, but their ultis will be there.
Oh.
3 seconds on Doran. Gumayushi,
Oh,
the other player to
jeez.
keep your eye on as
Oh,
well.
Doran.
The ulti can do a
Oh.
lot of work. Doran going in, doesn't connect the hook.
Doran.
Dive immediately CC.
No.
Exhaust coming in.
Oh.
as well. Combo
And
over the
oh,
Zuma.
that ult, that
Exhaust
MF
carries
ult.
his way to the backline. Faker rains down from the sky.
Oh, that's
Knocks out
it.
BDD. And up
That's
brings
it.
the hope for
Nah.
KT Ulster. The bullet time will end the
Oh, they're trying. They're going for Cuz. Run, Cuz.
T1 will chase down Cuz and look for the Baron.
Oh, they're going Baron.
BDD!
No.
Oh, on his shoulders, and that is too much weight for one man to bear. They find him with the engage. They take out the only important member on KT. As
They
it's-
can't be stopped.
Oh, look at the setup there. The Leona ultimate.
The
Nailing
Leona
its
to
target.
MF ult.
And then BDD gets found by Carrier.
Heroic entrance.
Locks him down. And that's
They
Dragon.
cannot be stopped, bro. That's
Actually,
Baron.
They ran straight to Baron. I'm sure they got Dragon with that. They're
No,
not wasting any time
T1
here.
cannot be stopped.
9,000 gold.
9K gold
See what they
lead.
can
This
do
is
with Red Bull
over.
Baron power play.
This is over. T1 did it. Three-peat.
KT, they dug deep on the top
This
side.
is over.
T1 for splitting their focus.
There's no
In that
way.
last fight, you can see that even if the
7,
top side fumbles
almost
for a
8K for
moment,
MF.
Guma still demands that respect.
Jesus.
Gumayushi.
I knew MF would be a
What
good pick.
a game.
What a
What a
monster.
series. It has
7K
been.
in
And
one
T1
fight.
will clean up that Dragon as well. The left.
Oh, no. That's a
Tasty
10K
snack
gold lead.
For T1, for KT, the item finishes few and far between. A couple of components for Dom. But we get into a
No.
point where I don't even know if they have the damage. Even
They
if
don't.
They're able to
They're
absorb
done.
an initial engage. I
Stick
think
a fork
BDD
in
might
'em.
be able to get his IE.
Stick a fork in him,
T1,
bro.
though, they're
Here comes the
looking to
siege.
secure their third World Finals win in a row.
They don't want to give
Dude,
BDD time to get that Infinity
I
edge.
can't believe
KT
it,
don't have the
bro.
luxury of defensive items either.
Against all
Their
odds,
key carries.
losing to
Really all
Gen
they
G
have,
in the
protect Dom
semifinals.
and BDD. Faker
to
solo
come
pushing
back
the
in
mid lane,
this
the TNT will
fashion.
fall. Bot lane inhibitor likely next. This Doran really cannot be contested by anything more than the entire force of KT.
And T1 just have so many forms
To
of
show
engage.
this
Even
kind
with
of adversity.
Doran getting stuffed in the last one, Keria finding
To have the
those KT
strength to
carries
persevere.
and allowing T1
10K
to
gold
take them
lead,
down.
9 to
There's just too
18.
many weapons and the map is too open now. KT are boxed into their own territory.
A comeback at this stage in Game 5 of
It's a
World
miracle.
Finals would likely be the greatest we have ever seen in the history of the sport. 10,000 gold advantage. for
Nah,
T1.
this-
they are on
this-
silver point. They are so far ahead.
Stick a fork in
every
it.
Measurable metric.
Stick a fork in it.
But the execution from KT, the potential,
Cooked.
the tiniest glimmer of hope still lives on as
Through
long
the
as their
smolder.
nexus stands.
And all's on the line. T1, they can smell the weakness. 11K gold now.
They're like great white
Baron
sharks,
siege
bro. They smell
continues.
the blood in the
They
water.
will not be denied unless KT pull out an absolute
There's no
miracle.
way.
I think we're seeing
Yeah.
Owner looking for an old angle, sitting in that jungle, but even with the wave clear of Ziggs and Smolder, it's tough to hold on.
Oh,
To get
what?
things kicked off. Hookshot wall that brings him over. He's taking the tower already.
Wait.
Flash back to get away from Cousins' ultimate. And the ultimate
No.
neck from Doc Dom.
Hold
Big
on.
fumble. Not enough to get T1 back into full control of the game because there are no objectives on the map, but it will slow down the onslaught of T1. It will give KT a bigger glimmer of hope.
There is a
What
light
if-
at the end of the tunnel?
Nah.
KT,
What if
buy
they
some more
actually
time.
just fumble so
Will
hard
be
and
the
KT
end
gets back into the
for
game?
now of the push.
Like that. What was
But it
Doran
doesn't mean
doing, bro?
defense.
That,
If they
that
can get a
like
team fight off
that confused me
bag
a little bit.
themselves a bunch of shutdowns. It could have been something.
Like
At least
just
they only lost a
show
single
some
wave.
patience. Don't
That's something.
overcommit. Like
And Cloud Soul going over makes the game very hard to play out, but that could have been. It could have been worse. You know, I'm really stretching it here, guys. I'm normally great at finding angles.
Doran's going on some fun journeys.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
normally we talk about
It's
not
clearing
getting
out
excited.
every
We were
single
way
beast
past
in the
third
jungle.
finals, but Doran might have to chill a little bit.
He's a player, though, that you have to love in these
yeah,
moments.
You do.
gotta
The
respect it.
Krug Lord. You have to embrace it. You have to laugh with him
It's very true.
and at him.
And despite the fumbles,
Gotta
all
respect
of
it.
the fights that have gone well from the side of T1 have involved Doran in some way or another. Guma also the backup point. That MF ult, 4.5 items for Guma means it's still a terrifying threat. And KT will need to make a stand.
It's so hard though, because like, who do you actually focus? There's Faker, who has stopwatch. Galio is just naturally tanky, level 18 as well. It's just
You have to fo-
right? Like that's the only one, but he has
Yeah,
not
you
been in a
have to
position
focus
for you to
Guma.
engage on.
Or Doran.
Good engage on Doran, maybe.
Well, okay, in a scenario where Doran is with the rest of the team, I feel like you shouldn't be able to. Camille with hook shot and ult. I know what we've been witnessing.
100%
Okay, but I mean,
value.
in a theoretical world where that doesn't happen,
True.
there's a TP ward there.
Push mid lane, well highlighted by our observers. Potential for a flank, perfect in BDD as well as Doc Dom.
Yeah.
Have access to that TP, although I imagine
Gumayushi would have to
perfect
like
flank.
fumble
And I
the
do
bag
seem to
so
recall-
hard.
I was in I cost a 6 game. I think this was Hanwha, and that one did go to 60
They
minutes.
did. T1
I'm
does
just
have
saying,
some bounties
we might
on
only be halfway there.
Owner and
You know, we don't know.
Gumayushi, so
Is it likely? No. But it could happen
those two
again.
would have to die,
Let's go
They
2
would
times
have to
in a
get
row.
Dragon.
Let's start the countdown now.
and probably Baron,
All right, 25 minutes away.
and then
26 minutes away from
maybe
the 60 minutes.
they would have
All
enough
they
to come
need
back.
is to get a, actually see the lines. So you steal with Doc Dom's ult, the Baron.
Uh-huh.
That gives you the stall.
Uh-huh.
And then you flip Elder and you win.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, the good news for KT is, aside from that pipe dream, they do have Seekers on
Just
BDD.
optimistic.
Aside from that blinding optimism,
Is it optimism
but now they have
or
to face check into the dark.
being
They see Doran in the mid lane,
unrealistic?
At the very least, they see Faker. But again, if
They're
they
just
overcommit
waiting
to
for
this
the
play,
dragon? Oh,
double
this is
TPs
Soul.
are there. Owner's semi-global is there. They could just look to end. So perfect has been called back. As
How
T1
many?
set to get the soul.
Oh,
T1
it's
also
peaking.
have the luxury, they could just look
231,000
for the
people.
fight If they wanted to.
Owner
Okay.
takes the soul.
Uh-oh.
Cuz stuck around a little bit too long, and now T1 empowered. Gonna be that much faster.
Yo,
have that
they're
much more
booking
access to
it.
their ultimates. And I don't think there's any getting away from Faker, Doran, or Owner now that they have a Cloud.
Oh, he's bearing up. Yep.
We're about to know whether the series will continue, whether the
No.
60-minute dream stays alive, because
This is
GA is
cooked.
there for Owner. Guma has the sums available.
Faker has done
We're
it.
gonna need to see a beautiful engage as Dom just now hit us for an item. It's BDD with a stopwatch and a dream, wanting to keep that goal of making the World Finals win a reality, but
It's looking like KT's worst
I think you
day.
guys are justifiably calling me out. It still doesn't really feel that likely.
And yet we did. It
I
didn't feel
think
like
this is
before
going to
when
be
T1 split
KT's
their
worst day
That's
of their
true.
He
life.
was able to find the kill, so it's not over till it's over. But now with Baron
And
spawning,
T1's best day.
relatively even setup. But again,
Oh,
it's the
Owner's
waves
going in.
in favor of T1 that make this
Yep.
so hard. Is immediately going to kick things off by going in on Cuz,
Uh-oh.
taking away the Frost Armor passive. Lockdown from Keria is
Oh,
there. TP
no,
from Doran as
Cuz.
well. All T's going
Oh,
across the board.
Keria?
BD cut off the
Hold
side.
on,
A good
Keria?
flash to take him out, and Guma has to be careful.
Uh-oh,
He's so
Guma?
damn fast.
Oh my God,
Owner,
Guma.
BDD.
Nope,
He
that's
goes
it.
gold in an extra
That's it.
2.5 seconds.
T1.
Consider what went wrong, and
T1 has done it.
looks set
No,
to end it all.
BDD.
They're going to finish the job. It is Doran and
No.
Peter left alone in the mid lane.
I feel so bad for them.
T1. earning
T1
their
has done
legacy
it.
Again.
Bro,
Again.
they were
And
one
again.
game away.
There can be no doubting it. 4 players on the
KT
race
one
today.
game away.
Possible.
There it is.
Gumayusi, Keria,
There it is.
our world champions.
Doran, he is a world champion.
And the disbelief on his face.
Wow.
A teammate
Three-peat.
that so many have praised over the long years.
Bro. There it
Domestically,
is,
he's always
dude.
been able to show it as T1.
Holy
find the
crap.
three-peat.
Nah.
An unrivaled dynasty.
Bro, they brought that shit back.
The three-peat is real.
A team
First in league
that when
history.
they found despair
Three-peat.
in 2022 against DRX.
Oh my
took it to
god,
heart
dude.
and have
The
come
GOAT.
every single world back to the finals, back to
Dude.
this trophy.
GG's, dude.
KT
That was a crazy
had an
series.
incredible run, but against T1,
Dude. They're now
just
7-1 to bring it
a
back.
team that even
after
in the
they're
face of bad games,
down
in the face of match
1-2.
point after game 3, did not falter for even a moment.
GG's,
run has
KT,
to be
bro.
respected.
I was
Hearts out now to the players on stage.
Huge respect. What
I
a
was not
run
expecting that type of
this
series,
roster
bro.
has had.
There it
Here
is.
now we check out the trophy ceremony presented by Mercedes-Benz. For these players in front of this, and again, this is T1 to its core, right? There is
Doran,
no arena,
Faker,
there is no
Owner,
stadium
Gumayushi,
where they do not feel at
Keria
home.
have done it.
Doran, you can see still. Barely believes it. Faker keeps
Man,
giving
they
it
were
the
treated
shoulder
like royalty
taps.
before. First time in history,
Yes.
three-peat.
T1 shows
Wow.
us again and again and again, as you highlighted, Dracos, why
Dude,
this is the greatest
do it.
team in the world.
Lift it all together.
Chengdu erupts.
Here it is, dude.
T1
The
waiting
disbelief.
to lift the trophy together as 5. Doran, the latest addition to win his first title. The remaining 4. their third
GG's.
consecutive.
Here it is. There it is, dude. It worked so hard.
World champions once again.
Three-peat, 3 years in a row. Unprecedented. Yeah.
And they did it as the 4th seed. Again, they had to play in the play-ins. The newly
I know, they
created
weren't even the
play-ins.
favorite to win.
Elimination right at the beginning of the tournament was faced.
Oh man,
Here we go. Here come the
Doran
individual
lifting
lifts.
that trophy after
Oh!
the second round.
One-hander?
Doran is flat, or Owner rather is
Nah,
flexing.
you've been hitting that gym. Faker.
One-handed lift as the GOAT in the second
He just
prime
drops the trophy.
of his career. Does it again.
Bruh, Keria just as big as the trophy.
T1 a science.
Yeah, that's like a comically
not
large
performing
trophy.
when it matters most.
One more time,
The
all
story
together.
of the LCK of the regular seasons or playoffs.
There it is,
Worlds,
dude.
T1 always find their peak, always find their form, and
There
are
it is.
embraced by the staff that has supported them for the entire year.
Coma, Tom, Mata, all coming in,
Despite all odds.
hugging their players, and Coma.
Come on,
he's
one
been
more
there
time.
for so many, but you
All
can
together.
see they still hit real good as he runs up to his team.
Wow. How long will this version last? How far can this core of players go?
4P, let's go. Next year. Next year, too.
And I mean, again, the series, the context of being at match point of one of the most dominant game fours we've seen into the game 5, where even
All right,
more
now
small
time for the
fumbles got
photographs.
Right back on course.
The crowd is like clapping less and less every time. Like, okay, we get it, dude. Curious, like, looking at how deep the trophy goes.
And a reminder that this was the year
But I'd drink some milk
where
out of
people
that.
started to doubt a little. 2 losses, a close best of 5
Doran.
against AL.
Here they go again. Hit it with the one-hander.
T1 always
Hit the
find
one-hander.
always find their form.
Alright, guys, I'm going to bed. Faker holding his third trophy in a row. There it is, dude. Crazy series. Unbelievable. Brings it back. Alright, guys, I'm bringing my ass to bed. It's 7:15 in the morning. This has gone on way longer than I thought it would, but it was worth it. This was cinema. Alright, guys, I'm signing off. Thank you so much if you've tuned in for this long. But T1, the champs, 3 years in a row.
Congratulations.
Alright. Peace out, guys.